Let's dive into something that honestly gets overlooked way too often. We're talking about onboarding part-time employees. Getting this right isn't just a nice little HR box to tick. It's a huge strategic move that can seriously pay off.
Just how big of a payoff? Well, how does this sound? A quality onboarding experience can improve your new hire retention by a staggering 82%. 82! Think about that. This isn't just about making people feel good. We're talking about a direct, massive return on your investment.
So, here's our game plan for today. First, we're going to really dig into the problem with part-time onboarding. Then, we'll get into the good stuff, the solutions. We'll cover winning before day one, how to train smarter, and why making a real connection is non-negotiable. And finally, we'll see how it all comes together to make every single hour count.
All right, Section 1, the part-time onboarding problem. Because when we treat part-timers like an afterthought, we kickstart this vicious and, believe me, very costly cycle.
I mean, this really paints the picture, doesn't it? Full-timers, they often get the whole package, a structured process, a warm welcome from the team, a clear path forward. But for so many part-timers, it's just a rushed, sink-or-swim kind of deal that leaves them feeling completely neglected right from the jump.
And this is where it gets really dangerous, because it creates this psychological trap. The source material nails it. Bad onboarding leads to frustration and turnover, which then just reinforces this wrong idea that, oh well, part-timers just leave quickly anyway. It's a classic self-fulfilling prophecy. We're causing the very problem we're complaining about.
And the cost? Oh, it's real. 1 in 4 employees who walk out the door within 6 months point the finger directly at poor onboarding. That's a ton of money in hiring and training costs, just gone, wasted, all because of a bad start.
So, the big question is, how do we break this cycle? Well, it actually starts before the employee even walks in the door. Which brings us to Section 2, winning before day one, with what's called effective preboarding. The whole point of preboarding is to make your new hire feel valued and ready to go from minute one. That means getting all that tedious admin paperwork done in advance. Their first day should be about learning and connecting, not filling out forms. It means sending a welcome message from the team, maybe assigning a buddy so they already know someone. And, so importantly, it means clearly laying out their schedule so there are 0 surprises.
Okay, so they've had a fantastic welcome. Now what? Now we get to the training itself, and this is our Section 3, Smarter Training. The secret here isn't to give less training, it's to make every moment of it more effective.
And this right here, this is the essential mindset shift you have to make. You can't just try to cram 40 hours of onboarding material into a 10-hour window. That's a recipe for disaster. The real goal is to make every single one of those 10 hours incredibly intentional and packed with value.
And one of the best ways to do this is with a strategy called microlearning. Think short, super focused learning modules, like 5 to 15 minutes at a time. It is a perfect fit for a part-timer schedule. And honestly, it's just a better way for all of us to learn and actually remember stuff.
So what does one of these micro modules actually look like? Well, it could be a quick video tutorial, right? Follow that up with a short quiz to make sure the key points landed, and maybe toss in a one-page summary they can keep. See? It's all designed to be digestible, focused, and totally respectful of their time. So to make that training really hit hard, you've got to prioritize the absolute need-to-know info first. Use self-paced online tools they can access anytime. Build in support with quick weekly check-ins to answer questions. And here's a big one: extend the timeline. A part-timer might need a full 90 days to really absorb what a full-timer gets in 30. And obviously, things like mandatory security training, that's always top of the list.
But even with the best training in the world, none of it really matters if an employee feels like an outsider. And that brings us to our third pillar in Section 4, making connection a priority. This is all about creating a sense of belonging.
Fostering inclusion isn't about luck. It's about deliberate actions. It means making their first day feel special, making sure they have that buddy. It means keeping them in the loop with team messages and showing them how their specific role connects to the company's big mission. And simple things, like always inviting them to social events, even if it's outside their hours. That sends such a powerful signal that they are truly part of the team.
These little gestures of equality, they send a huge message. Like the source says, if your company gives out branded swag, give it to the part-timers too.
It's a real, tangible symbol that says they're not just sort of on the team, they are fully part of the team. So this really all boils down to one simple but really important question we should all be asking about our own workplaces. When you really look at it, do your part-time colleagues feel like insiders, or are they, accidentally or not, being made to feel like outsiders?
And this brings us right to the payoff. When you put it all together, the great preboarding, the smart training, and that focus on inclusion, you really truly start to make every single hour count. And that investment, it delivers a powerful, measurable return. Just look at the link between onboarding and engagement, it's undeniable. An incredible 89% of employees who have a positive onboarding experience say they're highly engaged. The difference, compared to a poor experience, couldn't be more dramatic. You're literally setting the tone for their entire career with you from day one.
And here it is. This is the single most important takeaway from all of this. Engagement has nothing to do with how many hours someone works. It has everything to do with the quality of their experience. A respected, well-trained employee working 15 hours a week can be way more engaged and effective than a neglected one working 40. Period.
So, we'll leave you with this final actionable question. What is one small change you can make this week? Maybe it's setting up that buddy system, or just finally ordering that welcome swag. What can you do to make sure your next part-time hire feels, from the absolute beginning, like they are fully 100% part of the team?